Hey y'all.
Welcome to Rum Punch and Beignets with your favorite TDs, TD B and
Teedy Dom. We're here to give you our unfiltered opinions on current events and everyday life.
So sit back, relax with your favorite drink as we give you this
TD
realness.
And hi guys, welcome to a new episode of
Rum Punch and Beignets podcast.
Presented to you by Boo Crew Media. Check them out at boocrewmedia.com. Today we're going to get into healthy relationships. But before we get started with that, let's talk about blue mics. We use blue mics on every episode, okay? It helps creators of all kinds find and raise their voice by making the coolest microphones and headphones on the planet. Here at Boo Crew Media, we use blue mics on every episode to bring to you the professional sound you are hearing right now. So if you would like to order a blue mic or would like to learn more, check out bluemic.com, okay?
All right.
So we're going to get into healthy relationships, like I said earlier, and I'm honored to introduce our guest for today's show, my better half, Jay Charles, okay?
Whoa. That's him.
It's about to be some shit, y'all.
This is about to be the biggest fucking joke.
Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, yeah.
As one of our dear friends calls him Unc, the Unc of the crew, okay? He's an old ass nigga. Welcome to the show.
Guilty.
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank y'all for having me.
Little background, we're actually together in a relationship. Our relationship is one continuous ass joke. We do get serious sometimes, but most of the time we just rib and laugh.
Yeah, the vast majority of the time.
Now we get to this point with a long road of fuck ups in both of our parts in various situations. Hell, I've called off a whole wedding. So, I mean, there's that. And here we are. Justin?
Yes.
Give us a little background on yourself.
A small background. Justin Smith. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, 17th Ward, Pigeon Town. Born and raised here my whole life, all 37 years.
Nigga, you are old.
And getting older every year. But also wiser, might I add.
That's the point. That's what I hope.
Yes.
We all hope for that.
Yes.
And how do you feel today? How you doing today?
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
The weather isn't that pleasant, but I try to make the best out of any day, as always. Oh, talking to the microphone?
Yes.
Nigga.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
I
Thank
feel
you.
like Keith Sweat at the Sweat Hotel.
Oh my gosh.
Nigga, get the fuck off the mic.
So let's get into it. All right. First of all, how long have y'all been together? How did y'all meet?
I'll let her tackle the how long have we been together question. I'll take the how we met question.
Okay. So, Dom, how long y'all been together?
We have been together since I think we had our first date. I remember it, kind of, sort of. I went to Louisiana Fest, the last one that they had in Champion Square, which was 2018, before they started doing all that other dumb shit. So I went to Louisiana Fest the night before, didn't come home till like 2-3 in the morning. But I had been talking to him. We actually met through Tinder. So this actually panned out. So we had texted each other for a while before we actually came.
You didn't answer the question.
Huh?
Oh,
shit, my bad.
I'm the origin story. You're doing the time frame.
Bitch, you mind your business over there. So I think we've been together from 2018. So yeah, almost 3 years now.
Okay. But now you tell us the story, because I feel like
He's finna jazz that fucking shit up.
We met on Tinder. It was just that simple. Swiping. Ooh, I like that.
That was very simple.
It was simple. Quick and easy.
And see, that's why we balance each other out, because I'm the weirdo and he's the calm weirdo. If that makes sense.
Okay. We gonna roll with that.
You're not gonna tell them the story about when you thought you was gonna get beat up?
Well, this is New Orleans. I mean, you meeting somebody on Tinder for the first time. This is my first time meeting somebody from Tinder.
Okay. So this was your first time, like even you met somebody off of Tinder. Yeah. And wait, that's a one and done type of situation. Basically, I like that.
I mean, had conversations with people on Tinder, but as far as really going through with meeting the person, this was the first time.
Right. That's what's up. Okay.
And of course, I'm from the hood, so I know how it goes.
Right.
And the address she gave me was also in the hood area. So I know how it goes. As I'm texting her on the phone on the way to her house, I'm texting her while I'm driving. I told her I was way in Canada. I was already at her house. I done made the block 2-3 times.
So you fucking lied, bitch.
Yes.
That man was trying to protect himself.
Yeah, at all times. At all times. Yeah. You'd be hard pressed to catch me slip. Yeah.
So yes, continue. You've been around the block 2-3 times.
You know, talking to her on the phone. I parked a little bit of ways from her house. So when she walked out on her porch, I could see her, but she couldn't see me. I could say, okay, this is the person that's on the picture. All right, introduce. Okay, yeah, you Dom. Oh yeah, I'm Justin. Okay, you want to come in? Yeah, wow.
Boom.
We probably talked that night for maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, probably like a few hours. Yeah.
And of course, a lot of knick-knack conversation, but also holding very thoughtful conversations.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so I would like to think you guys have, a pretty decent, healthy relationship. I know y'all got your bullshit, but y'all make sure to keep y'all shit intact on, within the circle, within the circumference of you both, right?
Yes.
So what are some things that you feel are important for your relationship that has kept your relationship going?
You want to answer that first or you want me to answer?
I guess I'll answer it first. Important thing that I think that we've been able to have to make our relationship thrive so far is honor and respect for each other's individuality. Yes, we're together, but we haven't become completely absorbed in our relationship like some people tend to do. I mean, my career and my moves are mine and vice versa. Another good thing is we communicate really, really well. You got to have some non-toxic ass communication. As I've gotten older, I've seen the difference between passive and aggressive communication or lack thereof. It's like, oh, you pissed me off. I'm not going to fucking talk to you for a few hours so I cool off. I think that may have happened one time because you really pissed me off about something. But then we was back talking. We was back cool, but it wasn't like, I try not to make that a habit, or we try not to make that a habit.
Right.
So right now, I would say we're currently experiencing ideal communication.
Yeah, for the moment.
And there's no like confusion about where we stand on certain things that we discuss.
Okay. What about you, Justin?
I know for me, a big part of mine was putting all my cards on the table early. Really letting her know where I was at that particular time. And not too much, but I feel like I let her know everything that was very important about me very early on.
See, that's very important. I like that you said that because I feel like a lot of people don't put that type of information out in the beginning. They try to wait until it's a little bit too late, and then this person then caught these feelings, and now they telling them some shit about, oh, this is where I stand, da da da. Right. Well, bitch, you ain't even give me a chance to not be like, tell me. You can't wait until you can't wait till we've been fucking around with each other for 3 months, and then be like, you know what? I'm a serial murderer. Right. What the fuck, bitch? Right. I need to know this up front.
That would be a whole different shit. That would be helpful to know right off the bat.
Exactly. There's certain things I feel like you should just put on the table, allow them to know like, hey, okay, this is who I am. You gonna fuck with it or you not.
Right.
And that's I applaud him for that because he was, like he said, he was upfront and open and honest and was like, okay, this is me. You gonna fuck with it or you ain't. And he actually said those words at the end when we had a conversation. He said, you gonna fuck with it or you ain't. And I was just like, all right.
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah. And here we are still fucking with it almost 3 years later.
But something else about it was so easy.
Right. Yeah.
It was not complicated.
When you meet a person for the first time and you're trying to have a conversation past the cracking jokes and that just like getting to know each other.
Right. Yeah.
It was easy talking to her for the first time. You know, once we got past the texting back and forth when we first met.
Right.
And it's still just that easy. You know?
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh. That's beautiful because I really think a lot of people try to force conversations and you can't do that all the time. Like, yeah, there's probably some conversation that you need to have that should be put on the table. But if you don't feel at ease with talking to people, if you don't feel like you can just be open with someone, then maybe you don't need to be fucking with them. You don't need to be talking to them.
Probably
right.
not.
Right. Like, yes, it's your inner being trying to tell you, I don't think this is the one.
And like we said in the in probably the intention episode, not the intention episode, the energy episode, if you feel a certain way when you're around somebody, that's a key indicator of if you should be fucking with it or if you should not. If your body is physically manifesting and naturally reacting to you being around somebody, you probably shouldn't be fucking with. Like I told y'all on that episode, I used to see this ex of mine when we was together, or, you know, he would DM me with the fucking stupid ass googly eyes and I would get gas.
You just
girl, y'all, like my stomach would start bubbling. I'd be like, oh God. That's when you know. I don't feel that way with this one. I don't. I don't get any anxiety when I come home from work because we ain't gonna fight about nothing. It's mostly about what we eat for dinner.
And that's never a fight. It's just a short conversation.
And then it's a text from him. All right. Now, one thing is we actually reached a plateau in our relationship. We actually moved in together.
Okay.
Hey. Oh, man. I got to give this bit of information also because I feel it's very important also. How long did I stay at your house after the first day we met?
Dumb.
Because in all honesty, it really feels like we've been living together since we first met. Honestly. I'm a go out on a limb and say it probably was 3 weeks straight I stayed at your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 weeks straight from the
y'all
first.
Already moved in.
He was chilling.
Yeah, like it was a good time. Like it was vibes and conversation. So like I wasn't like off put or nothing like that. It wasn't, you know, me shuffling out of my own space.
He just kind of just jammed into it.
And then like we had enough space in my old house to like, you know, to be separate. And, you know, he go in another room if he want to get some time alone, or I stay upstairs and watch my shows. Or at this time I was in school. So like I'd be up doing my homework or chilling in the bathtub, relaxing or whatever. And like we would have our own separate, you know, time alone, but we would enjoy our time together. And it wasn't really like it wasn't even like no lack of communication about like, you know, how we felt at that time. We were just seeing where it was going, you know,
enjoying each other's company.
Basically. That's the year we met. We ran from did we leave? No, we didn't leave that time. So the year that we met, a tropical storm came shortly after we met. Wasn't it Tropical Storm Gordon?
I'm not sure which one it was, but I do know it was.
Yeah, y'all, we've been together so long. We done ran for hurricanes, lived through a hurricane, lived through no lights at my house because right before my birthday, the year that just passed, and didn't know we was gonna be able to have my birthday gathering because we had no fucking lights in my place because of the storm. We done lived through the Rona. This man nursed me back to health. And I didn't know this, y'all. So one day we were just talking and he randomly told me, we were sitting at the table, and he said, you know, the whole time you were sick, I was really worried about you for the first time. Because I know most of the time you could take care of yourself, but this time I was worried about you. And then he said, I will walk up the hallway because when I was sick, we had to quarantine in separate parts of the house. So he would stay in the back part of the house and I would stay toward the front so I could have my own space. And, you know, he would sanitize everything and, you know, come in there and be like, you took your medicine, like on my ass about this fucking medication.
As he should.
You take your medicine, you drink some water, you drink some bitch.
Did it work though?
You're here.
It did. And he told me, he said, man, you know, I was scared for the first time in my life. I was scared. He said, I walked up there and I was just standing in the doorway and just see if he was breathing.
Oh,
You scared? You was really scared, huh?
Oh yeah. Yes,
For real?
Yeah, you know, when the coronavirus first hit, it seemed like there was such a serious, deadly thing, like in the beginning.
Because everybody
they really had us believing like having corona was a death sentence.
right.
Yeah, because I didn't want to tell nobody at first.
Today, they still have us believing that.
Because you remember when we was in a group text, you know, we was working on everything for the show. I kept going and going, but I was sick as a fucking dog. And you was like, you gonna get tested? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, just lying. And then I was like, y'all, I gotta go get tested. Because my doctor said she think I got COVID. And then she was like, you was like, oh shit. He knows the thing that another thing that I love is he knows my weaknesses and he also knows my love language. Like he know I like champagne and flowers. He knows my favorite flower. All I had to do was say it one time.
Lilies.
Yep.
See, that's a beautiful thing. See, fellas, I need y'all to listen. This man has already showed y'all, bitch, you gotta listen, you gotta be upfront, and you gotta talk. You have to communicate. It is okay to be just a little bit open, people.
But let me give this disclaimer. That's a behavior that I did have to learn.
This is true.
I did have to learn that.
Fellas, start the learning. This man took the time to learn and he got himself together for the person that he's with now. A lot of y'all motherfuckers just want to go hop out there and think it's going to change just because you made a wish and a prayer. No, bitch, you need to work on yourself. Go work on yourself. Get you together and then you're going to have you be straight for somebody when it's time.
And the work still continues after that.
As it should. As it fucking
as an
should.
individual and as a couple, the work still have to go.
Mm-hmm.
It don't stop.
Yeah, like I remember when we were having our initial conversations, you know, at first, you know, we both were very open that we had struggles in relationships or just period in life. And, you know, we were open that we both went to therapy and, you know, we had issues that we were continuously working on. Like we still talk about that, you know?
Yeah.
Like he noticed stuff that I still do because of a past trauma. And he, you know, he'd be okay with it. He'd be like, you need to stop that.
Right. He works with you. Like
he
holds you accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important as well, people. You got to have, I feel like people get into relationships for the comfort and just to have a person there. Yeah. I mean, well, you can get
be doing it
anyway.
for a place to stay.
Yeah, because they fucking hobos. Yeah. They need somebody to take care of their
Hobosexual.
Exactly. And that goes for men and women too. Because y'all women be doing that bullshit as well.
Yeah.
But they get it. A lot of people get into relationships for the wrong reasons and they don't realize it's a team effort. Like both of y'all, you have to work on yourself as individuals and you have to work together as a partnership. And it's not just a one-sided thing. One person should not be doing everything in a relationship or the other person shouldn't be doing everything. It should be a collective effort.
A continuous.
I.e. the reasons why I called off my wedding.
Exactly.
And then another thing is, you know, sometimes people be in relationships and they be falling for people. Well, not falling for them, but they be in it for the potential.
Infatuation, infatuated.
Or for the potential that they see in the possibility of what could be, not really looking at reality. And that was my whole problem.
I'm guilty of that. Very guilty of that.
Like I could honestly admit that. Like when I called out the wedding, that was the biggest reason, because it was like I had these dreams, and you know, I was like, oh, you know, he could grow into
this person,
into this protector, provider. And I mean, I felt like he should have already been trying to make steps or should have already made some progress before he met me, only because he had 2 children at the time. Well, I don't know. Well, he had some children And I felt like when you have children, I know this is not true. When people have children, a lot of people don't grow up. I get it. They don't mature. And he didn't mature. And then, I just could not keep fucking with it. I was just like, I can't do this. So, I sold my engagement ring. I called off the wedding. My mama didn't know I called off the wedding until like after my 31st birthday. She was like, "Are you okay? How's wedding planning going?" I was like, "It's not." And she was like, "Huh? What happened?" I said, "I called it off." She was like, "When?" I said, "Labor Day." And she said, "What you did with the ring?" She said, "You better not give it back." I said, "Don't worry, I sold it." So both my gowns, because I had a reception gown, I had a ceremony gown, sold both of them. And had a hot girl fall in 2016 with my sister. And the rest is history. I did what I had to do to make my dreams come true. And here is Justin.
What poor dreams you have.
Like if we tell you I am very head ass, okay? I could be head ass for the right person though.
This is true. And you should always be head ass for the right person. But just to piggyback off of what you said, that potential shit fucks you up every time because we have these expectations of what the person can be or what we hope for them to be and not really realizing who they are in that moment. Because usually when you get with someone and it's right, they're going to do everything naturally. Like you shouldn't have to ask them to do it. You shouldn't have to write it down for them.
Right.
You
shouldn't have to tell you multiple times about the shit and you still ain't doing it.
If it's embedded in them already, they're going to do it. Right. If it's not, they not gonna fucking do that shit. And you can hope, wish, see the potential. You can fucking talk to a genie,
tarot card,
all of that. You could do it all. They're not going to change unless they decide, okay, you know what? I need to make this change for myself. Right. This is where I need to do to get to the next level or be a better person. Yeah.
You want to say something?
No.
I feel like he was just agreeing, I'm on the train.
His favorite thing to say, that's why you on this truck. I remember the first time he said, I said, what truck? He was like, I'm just saying in general. That's why you on the team, basically. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, so there's always good things with relationships. What are some pet peeves that y'all have of each other's? I'm gonna let Justin go first. I want you to go first.
Oh, I know mine right off the bat. Anybody that know me well know I'm a neat freak.
Yes. So, in a relationship, that's one of your biggest pet peeves. Yeah. You got OCD.
Yeah, big time.
Oh,
his is worse than mine.
Water bottles, sliding phones over, making sure putting all the bottles on the bathroom cabinet all in the same direction with the label facing forward.
Right,
big time.
I used to date somebody who had OCD. Yeah, it was fun at first, but then it got on my nerves.
And that's where I'm at. Bitch, I swear this should get on my... His OCD is worse than mine. He gets on my everlasting fucking nerve. Like, we do laundry. Sometimes I'll just pick clothes out the dryer for like the whole week for work and stuff. And, I'll just leave them in there. And I'd be like, oh, well, in my mind, I'd be like, I'm going to get to him the weekend.
No,
he can't even give me time to get till noon on a Saturday to get to him. He'd be up at 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday when he don't work, folding clothes.
The man said he got to get that shit out.
Then after he folded clothes, he
helps me think so much better. When I don't have clutter around, I can think so much clearer.
But the clutter is in the dryer, not actually around you.
He don't care.
Once it come out and get in that basket, it got to be folded, hung up, and put somewhere. It got to go somewhere.
And that's why we work, because I ain't gonna do it till I get ready. He gonna do it right there.
But be honest, haven't I gotten better over time?
No,
you don't think so? I mean, as far as expecting you to be like I am when it comes to keeping things neat and tidy, you don't feel like I've gotten better?
No.
Well, it probably won't get better. Probably won't.
I thought another answer was gonna come.
Yeah, I was hoping it would. It probably won't get better.
Nope.
It has not gotten better since we've been together. Like I told y'all, his OCD is way worse than mine. Like mine is to a point where I can function because I borderline feel like I have adult ADD sometimes, and he tell me I do.
Look, a bird. Look, a squirrel. A ball.
Did you have to do that on the show?
Yeah, I had to.
It'd be like this. I understand your plight, Dom.
And
I'm
then
there.
you know me, man. You know I'm creative and stuff pop in my mind. And if I don't write it down, it'll go to the back, but then something else will pop in my mind. And then I write it down and I gotta keep going because, and what was we at? We was somewhere looking for a bookshelf for all of our books.
Big lots.
We were looking for a bookshelf because when I finally moved in, he was like, we need a bigger bookshelf for all the books. I said, okay, fine. And he said, to house all of your books. I said, bitch, all them books under that desk belong to you.
Yeah, but you have 3 cardboard boxes filled with books.
Them were your books before I came.
No, they were not.
Yes, they fucking were.
But back to the subject at hand.
So y'all noticed that that was a quick little tidbit into a relationship. Okay, all right, back to it.
So we was at Big Lots. This was actually recently. We was at Big Lots. What was that? Matter or Kendall?
Metairie.
Yeah. So we looking for a bookshelf. I wanted to buy the first set of bookshelves I saw because I felt like we weren't going to make any headway by going to 2-3 different stores and them not having what I think we should have.
Right.
Which I was correct. But somebody said, no, let's keep going around and looking. So I complied. So yeah, relationships are a lot about compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Giving and taking.
Yes. Amen.
So we go around the store some more just to see their selection of like storage items, whatever else they had, furniture, comforter sets, to try to upgrade the house as the season has changed. And, I kept seeing stuff and I can't even remember what I saw. And I said, I saw something else. And he said, ooh, a bird. I was like, I said, do I really sound like that? And he's like, yes, you do.
That's fucked up, Justin.
But it's true. It's true. I'm a firm believer that I can say whatever I want to say as long as I tell the truth.
And
you know what? I have to agree with that. I mean, shit.
Thank you.
As long as you're not lying.
Thank you.
You're right. You got that.
Another pet peeve, my pet peeve, because you already said yours about the neat stuff.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Go.
Bitch. So my pet peeve with you is turning all the goddamn lights. Like, you don't have to turn on all the lights in the morning, Justin, especially on the weekend.
You turn on all the lights in the morning.
I am not a vampire. I cannot see in the dark.
Bitch, he really do get up. Like, he get up at like 6, 7 o'clock. Like this morning, he got up at like 7 o'clock, I think. And I think I had laid back down or whatever. And I was mad because on Saturdays, I don't like to wake up early. I try my hardest to sleep past 7 o'clock.
And I, on the other hand, am an early riser every morning.
God, he be up at 3:30 reading books and drinking coffee.
Every morning.
I get up to go to the bathroom. He up reading.
Well, at least he wants to expand his mind.
I can appreciate that. I can.
At least he's not on the game.
At least he's not a dumbass nigga. So I can appreciate that. But no, like this morning, he got up at like 7 o'clock and got up, started turning on all the fucking lights, wash clothes.
I think that's kind of disrespectful, Justin. You ain't got to turn on all the lights.
Turn on a light
and then turn it back on.
I cannot.
And because it was a kind of dark, gloomy kind of day.
There was no sun shining in the window. Like, I needed the light.
You need that much light?
Yeah. He turned on because, in the master bathroom is 2 different lights, right? He turned on the brightest one. And then, he went in there in the office because in our bedroom is the office in between the laundry room. So he go in the office, turn a big light on in the office, turn the light on in the laundry room. Ain't washing a fucking piece of clothes, but got the light on.
Preparing to wash. Turn
the kitchen light on. Turn the hall light on. Turn the living room light on.
Now energy gonna whoop your ass.
They already been whooping our ass for Christmas.
We've been able to pay it consistently.
We have.
That's just too like I do like bright lights, but if I'm not in the room, I'm not gonna keep the light on. I gotta turn that bitch back off.
Nigga, he did that
normally
today.
When I get up early like that, I'm moving around. I'm doing little things from like different rooms.
You roam from one room to the next. Yeah,
he do turn on all the fucking lights.
I'm sitting down for a second, reading a little bit, going through my phone, looking at different things. I'm moving around. I'm multitasking.
Like I came home, okay. Well, I'll say one day I came home and from the hairdresser and I wanted to take a nap before, we went somewhere. And I'm laying in there before I can get situated and get, my phone charged because it's almost dead and get my stuff ready to go where we had to go. I said, I'm going to take a little nap. I go in the office after I'm done in there. I turn off the light because I'm done using the light. This bitch comes in there and turn the light back on, but he not in the room. I go back in there to get something else. I turn it back off. He come right behind me and turn it back on. I say, you know what? I got up there in the recliner in the chair and I put a blanket on. I said, fuck it. I'm gonna put my feet up. I'm not gonna go fucking do this shit.
And I feel like that was the best choice you could have made for the situation.
and before we left, I hope you turn on the fucking lights.
The lights are off.
Mm-hmm. I hope they are.
That seemed like a very petty pet peeve. I don't feel like that was a pet peeve. I feel like you could have came with something a little heavier than that.
Oh.
I do a lot worse things than that, don't you think?
He wants you to dig deeper down.
Yeah. Give him the raw stuff.
Raw and uncut. Do that. Girl, give me a real pet peeve.
Honestly, there's nothing wrong. I'm so boring.
I told y'all he an old nigga. Look, I really have to think, y'all. What's really a pet peeve that he other than turn off the lights? Like that's minute, but what
does he like snore too loud? He chew with his mouth open.
No.
He
got bad gas.
He leaves his shoes in the hallway.
No.
Well, you are OCD. Fuck. I was trying to throw some shit
all lined up in order from
even my
low
shoes
top to high top.
Even my shoes are lined up where my bag is.
You're welcome.
The only thing I can
maybe it's his mouth. He just that smart ass mouth. Probably that's the biggest pet peeve.
You see her?
I do believe that would probably be it.
Nigga,
no, you know what? No, because I got a smart mouth, so it kind of works. Like I don't take it to heart. Like
right, neither one of us wear our emotions on our sleeve. We crack on each other all day long.
We be ripping the piss out of each other all fucking day long.
Well, that might be the deepest she can go, Justin.
I think so. I always tell her she met me at the perfect time. I think I had pretty much got to the point where I was finished with my rolling in the mud being
he was finished being
hard down trifling
right
and not giving a damn about how I was moving and living.
So men can grow out of that.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Ladies, you heard that.
I will give this disclaimer. As a woman, make the decision in your mind early what you're willing to put up with and how long you're willing to put up with it.
That was a good one right there.
Make that decision early for yourself.
We gotta write that down. Mm-hmm. We're gonna quote that on
Feel free. Feel free.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Words of wisdom.
Okay.
He was nervous about being on the show. I said, why? It's just me and B. We just gonna be talking like we talk, when we see each other.
And you were telling the truth. It really is.
This is like when we sitting in the living room or we sitting in the sunroom talking. The three of us talking.
Just running.
Yeah. Except the only people that's missing is like our other friends.
Right.
But I told you didn't have nothing to be afraid of.
And you were right. Thank you.
Oh, let me get back to this pet peeve thing. The worst thing that he does that bothers the shit out of me is probably his gas.
When you eat healthy, it comes with the territory.
But I understand. I get it.
You eat a banana, 2 and 3 and 4 bottles of water every day.
It's better to have a active digestive system than to not.
Yes.
You're going to be clogged up.
Yes.
Would you want to be clogged up? I wouldn't want to be clogged up.
Well,
let that shit flow.
Well, this nigga has no problem
whatsoever.
Girl, we could be in a car.
Regular.
we was in the car after work one day, and I was like, I thought we was riding by like some open sewage.
Damn. She ain't even got to finish. Just damn.
We was riding through like I think we were about like Louisiana and South Claiborne or something. And I thought it was some open sewage in the street or something. Cause I seen sewer and water boy trucks. So I said, well shit, I made the connection. And I was like, what is that smell? Is that the street? Is that them working? And then he gonna sit there and look at me out the side of his eyes and then turn around and keep driving and not say nothing. I said, Justin, they working? And then he was like, oh yeah, I think they working. And I was like, oh my God. Like I opened my mouth and I was like,
oh, you didn't swallow this.
So y'all, please don't use this against him when y'all see him out in the street. Don't tell him he smell like raw sewage.
No, not raw. That's just disrespectful.
Very much so.
But he be laughing.
Oh yeah, I find it funny as hell. I do. I find it funny as hell. One of my favorite things to do in public is find and then walk off and watch everybody else walk into
scrambling.
Like,
what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. It is, but I do enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. I do just stand on the side and watch.
I am so goddamn embarrassed.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be.
I love that he's so calm about it. You should be. It's life. Why would you be there?
Everybody passes gas.
This is true.
Farts.
It's a real thing,
as
man.
we like to say.
For the non-New Orleans people, farts.
Yes.
I forgot I could say it normal.
It's farts.
I've been saying farts for so long.
I've never said the other word.
Never.
And farts sound better to me.
It does.
That's why I just say fart.
Fart. That sounds so dumb. Did you fart?
It's like, what?
I'm sorry, y'all. That's not that funny. It's not that funny, but I'm weak.
Your titties and your uncle up here having too much of a fucking good time. Oh, wait, we didn't talk about the pet peeve of how people use like celebrity relationships and stuff or influencer relationships.
Oh, that's just a regular. Yeah, I hate that. I hate
like relationship goals.
I hate relationship goals.
Like I seen buku people use I'm guilty. I did this in my 20s. I ain't gonna lie, I did. But I grew out of it. I was like, you don't know what these people had to fuck to do to get to this point. You don't know what happened. Like I seen so many people when Gucci Mane got married. Oh my gosh,
Girl.
Mr. and Mrs. Guap, as the people call them. It was like, oh, goals. But it's like, do you know how much hell they had to put up with to get to that point?
The shit that Keisha had to put up with
Woo,
that man.
Child.
She is a better woman than I am. Because baby, I would have been let him go.
In Gucci Mane's defense, he has grown.
He has grown.
I need that book, yeah.
She was there well before he grew. She was there through a lot of bullshit with him. And
she was there
I'm sorry, Gucci was just not that fucking cute to be sitting up there.
Especially not with that ice cream.
Before jail, no.
Especially not with that ice cream cone on his face.
No.
And that pop belly.
I'm sorry, Keisha. That's how I know I'm not going to say she did it for this, but I feel like she did it just for the money. She knew that man had.
Can't say that 100%. We can't say that.
I'm saying for myself. I believe.
Can't say that.
I believe that's why she did it. She probably didn't do it just for that. She probably really loved that man.
She loved that man.
She probably had really found a reason why.
I can't even believe she was really with him from the State versus Radrick Davis days. The mixtape days before that.
Bless her heart. That's all I can say. I personally do not believe in having to go through extreme amount of pain, hurt to be with somebody in order for them to finally treat me right. I don't think that should be a thing. I think they need to stop normalizing that shit. Yes, you can grow with someone, but not at the expense of your sanity, not at the expense of your own mental health. Your own fucking self-esteem. No.
Not that struggle of.
No, I'm not doing it. I tried it. It ain't cute. I almost killed a bitch. No, I'm good.
But y'all do know there will be a certain level of struggle at every.
Yes, I do.
But we're not talking. We're not talking about.
And I agree.
It's coming.
I agree.
But we're not talking about like the stuff, stuff that
regular
relationships. What's considered regular?
Not cheating on me ain't one of them.
Because
I don't know. For me personally, my standard, how I feel like I shouldn't have to not even wonder. I shouldn't have to look at you. I should feel carefree when I look at you, like when we together. Yeah, in the back of my mind, I should be like, okay, there's a slight chance this could happen, but I'm not going to dwell on it. Now, if you do it and then finally tell me, fess up like 5-6 months later, now I knew you weren't shit. You proved me right. Bye. That's me.
Okay.
That's something I'm not going to put up with. But, you know.
I get that. But when I say struggle love, I mean putting up with disrespect, putting up with continuous lies, just not putting the person that you're with their feelings into consideration. Like I should not have to
make or the way you communicate.
Right. I shouldn't have to beg you to have a simple conversation with me. I shouldn't have to beg you to treat me like a decent person, but you turn around and be like, I love you so much. Right. I should not have to succumb to you beat my ass.
Right.
Because
definitely not.
Right. Like that, but they have people that will stay in a relationship after they get their ass beat and they think that's love. That's not love. Love is not, it's not painful.
It's
like
none
that.
of those things you just named.
Exactly.
It's none of those.
So that's why I hope people understand there is a difference between having healthy struggles within a relationship and toxic ass struggles within a relationship. Now, right, there's a big difference. Now, there's going to be a time when y'all get into these arguments, a big argument, and it could simply be about something, a miscommunication. It could simply be about something, I'm not going to say trivial, but it could be something that will not basically harm you in a way to make you question your value in the relationship.
Yes.
It could be more so of like a communication type of thing. But I'm talking about that other shit.
Yeah.
That other shit.
That toxic ass shit that will
I
make
can't
you
do that.
that will aid you as a reason why you going into therapy.
Exactly. I
can speak from personal experience. You gotta let some shit go and then you got to just rebuild and take your loss and just be like, you know, I need to do this work because this ain't gonna work. I can't do this. I can't move into another situation knowing I'm hurt. You got to heal yourself.
Exactly. And I can say like my last relationship, of course, I thought we were going to be together I thought that he was the one, you know, I thought we was going to ride that train till the wheels fell off, but it got to a point where it was no longer a healthy situation. Like we couldn't have a regular conversation without someone getting too mad and shit flying. And it was just getting a little bit too out the blue. It was too much toxic shit happening, too much drinking, too much this, like trying to cope with things in a wrong way. It wasn't enough of a partnership. It was just like a fucking war zone. I'm not living in a war zone. I can't do that.
You shouldn't have to.
Exactly.
Your house should be your sanctuary from the outside world, not another battlefield that you walk into.
Exactly.
And
I also believe that it should never be a burden on one person. It should not be one person carrying a relationship ever.
It should.
It's a partnership. That's what a relationship is for. And friendships and colleagues, your work partners, whatever, when you have a partnership, when you're working with somebody, it should be a collective effort. Relationships, it's the same thing. Only difference is y'all fucking and y'all probably living together. That's it. And that's even deeper.
Yeah.
So saying that, have you guys, they just had a movie that was released called Malcolm and Marie.
We have not watched that yet.
Please watch it. It's on Netflix. They also have another movie called Sylvie's Love on Amazon Prime. I feel like those are two of the most authentic stories about love. And it's two different types of love that they showcasing. But I think that it is the most authentic depiction of what love can look like. And it's all about Black people. So, you know, and it shows us like, we don't have to necessarily struggle for a love. It shows communication. It shows what unconditional love looks like within a relationship. Like, because y'all could be on your dumb ass shit, your pet peeves, and you know how the person, like, just you know how Dom about to come into the argument or vice versa, and you get to see how they actually work through that actual argument, or you get to see how someone, they know that they love each other, but they just don't know how to come together and actually work through it with each other, and they don't figure out till later. But I think you guys should watch it. Right. I highly recommend to everybody to watch it. Like the cinematographers, which these directors, these writers, thank you. I appreciate y'all because it really, it ain't on no Love Jones type shit. It ain't on no fucking
brown sugar.
And I love those movies. I do love them, but those two movies are very
more realistic,
real.
More true to life.
They are realistic. Yeah. They speak to your soul. Like you will know that, like, oh fuck, I can relate to that. I've actually been into something like that. Yeah. Oh, I see the difference now. Yeah. It's beautiful. I love that. And y'all low-key kind of remind me of that. And I really appreciate y'all love, because if anything, if I have like relationship goals, it's usually around the people that I actually see all the time. And I'm like, okay, I see this is a healthy situation. You know, this is real love. This is what love should look like or should feel like. And if anything, if you're going to have relationship goals, make sure it's people that you actually get to encounter, not fucking Instagram, not fucking YouTube.
And also make sure it's something realistic.
Right. And I feel like
for your situation.
Exactly, because everybody's relationship is not going to be like your relationship.
No, it is not. And a lot of these people that are posting these relationship goals, a lot of that is make believe. And they're showing you all the good times. They're not showing you the bad times.
It's staged like a motherfucker.
It is.
Yes. And I truly believe, like, you need to know shit from sugar. You got to understand. Y'all know I like to say this little line: pick up the gems,
not the crumbs.
Leave them goddamn crumbs. Okay. So yeah, I think those are definitely two movies that y'all need to check out. 1, 2, I think y'all are doing an amazing job as, you know, a couple. And I feel like y'all showcase.
Hard. It's so hard.
I understand.
So hard.
If you don't get your fucking ass out my damn face. You know what's funny though? The other funny parts of our relationship is because of his mama.
Lord, what mama do?
What don't she do? Like she'll be, cause okay, like his parents lived in the house under ours. So like she'll hear us, not fucking shit. I'm waiting for the day when that's the thing. I know it's coming. It just ain't came yet. But like we'll be moving around and shit, and like we'll see them, but because of COVID, we kind of limit our time when we do see them, or we wear masks when we go around them because they're old. But his mama, I ain't know what y'all. The day that we had his surprise party, we had a few of our friends gathered at the house, and she came upstairs. She's an old woman. She need help with her devices and stuff, and so she came up there and was like, "Can you help me with this?" She said, "What's going on up here?" And I really be trying to make it a point to not sound like her when I be making fun of her, but I do sound like her. I'll be trying to do it.
And you also have very similar traits.
See?
Very similar.
So that's a question. I just got a question. So do you think that for yourself as like mates or someone that kind of reminds them of their parent?
In our situation, I would say yes.
Yes.
Because Justin low-key reminds me of my dad, like, you know, good, well, most of the good parts. Like Justin don't do none of the other bad shit, but you know, because my dad struggled with some things or whatever.
Right.
And, you know, Justin don't struggle with those things, basically. So that's a blessing. But Justin reminds me of my dad, like, you know, protector, provider, ready to fight for me in a minute. And I'd be like, I got it. And he'd be like, man, I don't play about you. Like, okay.
As he should not.
Okay, I get that, but I can handle it. Yeah. So he does remind me of my dad in a way of being protector, provider, being funny, having domestication skills. Because some days I don't want to cook.
Right.
And I just be looking at him.
So you gonna cook?
I got that.
Yeah.
I got that.
He been feeding me all this time. Now I gotta get all the weight off.
That's love. That's real love.
Like if you had seen a picture of me right before I met him, you'd be like,
if you see the picture of both of us.
like if you go through my Instagram and you see like 2018 before I met him, you'll be like,
that's just happy week. That's
my hair was little. I was skinny, like buku skinny. I was wearing crop tops and everything. Then boom, here this nigga comes. Can't wear no more crop tops. Oh. Got a muffin top. I mean, my hair down my back. No,
that's one good thing.
Skin clear.
Oh, wood. Mm-hmm. Boom, glowing.
Yeah.
Psst, let your soul glow.
Why he did that today, bitch? You and him, something wrong with y'all, yeah. He did that today because I had my hair tied up and I had a hair appointment. And I had to get, my hair is long enough now to where it gets stuck in the back of my earring. So I had to, move it around and stuff. And he said, soul glow. But for real, like it is a such thing as love happy weight. Yeah. And, you got to do it in moderation and get it off, but still be happy. And that's where we are. And, we slowly making, lifestyle changes. And it's not like a hard thing to do it. It's not like, say, when I was engaged and this nigga want to eat pork bacon, but I want to eat turkey bacon. Or if I want to eat stevia instead of regular ass sugar. If I want to drink silk milk or soy milk in my cereal, he want to drink fucking 2% ass cloudy ass milk.
So y'all are on the same page.
Yeah, like when we make grocery lists, we talk it over. He'd be like, "Oh, do you think we can use such and such, whatever it is?" I'm like, yeah, we could do something different, or we could keep it like this. So there's always an agreement.
Right.
Before anybody makes a move.
That's beautiful.
And that's what I can appreciate.
I feel like I see that people, they make moves without consulting, or they feel like they don't have to consult who they're with. And I think that's bullshit, because especially if you live together, like, come on, y'all you gotta talk to each other. Y'all gotta be on the same page.
Even before we even like moved together, we were like that still. Cause he would come stay at my place. And he would buy groceries for over there. I wouldn't even say no. I come home from work, it's groceries in the refrigerator. I'm like, wait.
That's a good man. Because these niggas can't even buy you anything off the dollar menu these days. I'm just saying, that's a good man.
He be like, oh, you need, how much your hair, you need this, how much this is.
Ladies, take note. Y'all hear what she's saying.
I'm sorry I'm bragging on you.
Yeah, you are.
And I don't feel like
do you like when I brag on you?
I mean, I feel like I'm just naturally a humble person. It don't make me feel a particular way. It feels good to know I'm appreciated, though. I will say that.
Oh, and
that's something you do on a consistent basis. You're not just doing it because we sitting here talking. Like you do that on a consistent basis.
I know this for a fact because she be telling me. I know.
I do.
She do. She appreciate her man. I'm here for it.
But yeah, like, communication is like the top of the line. Like that's it. Like once you got communication, everything else will fall in line. You just need to communicate, work on
patience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Being patient with the other person and being patient with yourself. Sometimes you try to fast forward your own growth sometimes. You really
That's
gotta be
a word.
patient with yourself sometimes.
That is very true. That is very, very true.
Such a wise man, yo.
I do all right.
He does all right, yo.
And y'all, his daddy is a pastor. So like,
Amen. Amen.
So sometimes we get into like theological conversations. Most of the time we agree on whatever we're talking about. Cause it's about like, we be talking about, religion or certain parts of modern Christianity that people may delve into, but or misconstrue. Like we just had a conversation like that in the car the other night. What was we talking about? Was it marriage?
Sure.
Is that what we was talking about? In the Bible, in 1 Corinthians?
Yeah, something to the effect where it was like it says it's not necessary for you to get married, but if you choose to, it's okay to get married.
Yeah, we was talking about that.
Yeah.
About how a lot of people have built whole ministries on relationships, love, and marriage, and taking that part of the Bible and using it to fit that agenda.
Right.
And not really reading with a critical eye that you should. If you're gonna read the Bible, read it with a critical eye, critical think about it. If that's what you're gonna do, don't build whole ministries off of a narrative or a couple of scriptures to fit your narrative for whatever your ministry is. Don't do
Whatever
that.
you're trying to sell, trying to
Yeah. Don't do that.
trying to get them tithes and offerings in the church. Yep.
And a lot of ministries do that.
Mm-hmm.
And like don't do that. Cause I mean, they ain't really say you're supposed to get married anyway. They said, bitch, if you want to, you ain't got to. Most niggas just be getting married to fuck when you could do that outside anyway.
But that leads to a whole lot of other problems.
What? Get married so you can fuck?
Yeah.
Pussy is free out here, yo.
Yeah,
they got
it's
people,
free, but it comes with a price.
with a price. It does. And it might be $40.
Yeah. It definitely comes with a price.
I'm playing, y'all. I don't pay $40 for no pussy. Y'all don't do that. Ladies, don't sell your pussy for $40. Don't do it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Please don't listen to me. It's just a joke, y'all.
I got a question for Dustin, because I don't think I know this. Have you ever had a situation where like you was basically, I wouldn't say paying for pussy, because yeah. Well, I mean, shit, you're tricking right now.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
If you got
any woman that's worth her weight, you're going to have to, in some form or fashion, make sure that she's taken care of.
Yeah.
Whether you're putting money in her hand, whether you're buying things for her, any woman that's worth her weight, you're going to have to.
You gotta put on out
something.
You gotta put on. You gotta feed her. You gotta make sure she is taken care of.
Like the song say, it ain't tricking if you got it, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with that, and I feel like a lot of people, I guess they get that shit fucked up in their head, and I blame Twitter for this, but they feel like men feel like they shouldn't have to put out or pay for anything, and then women feel like all a man should do is pay for everything.
Right.
And I'm not saying that either party is completely wrong, but they're definitely not fully right. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a give and take type of situation. Right. I feel like if a woman really fuck with a guy, she's going to make sure he's taken care of. She's going to pay for whatever for him. She's going to make sure he's fed. She's going to make sure he feels good. He feels worth it. And same vice versa. Yeah. I do think, before I get into that, I'm going to pose a question. Who do you feel like is the prize? Is there a prize? Are women the prize, or are men the prize? Are both of y'all the prize?
For me, I feel like it has to be both. It has to be.
Amazing answer.
But it's the person that you're dealing with.
The prize.
The prize. Right.
You know?
Y'all remember, I don't know, you may not have been on Twitter at the time, but B, you remember when they had that boy that graduated from law school but didn't pass the bar, and
he didn't. He went on his whole spiel about he's basically the prize,
and that's when I changed my name to the prize on there, and everybody was like, "Bitch, you stupid." Yeah, and then he went on to fail the bar like 3 times. Yeah. Like I feel like, to piggyback off of that, I feel like, both male and female are the prize. Like he said, you have to figure out the person that you fucking with is worth all the trouble.
Yes, and I guess that was my whole point of asking, because too many people get caught up on being the prize instead of understanding their own worth and understanding whoever that they're with is also a prize. Because again, you don't have to be with somebody that actually treats you the way you're supposed to be treated. Yeah. You could be with some fucked up ass individual and they think they the prize, but bitch, you ain't rewarded with nothing.
Right.
You just out here.
Right.
So I
ain't
need,
even tricking.
You're not exactly. So I need for women and men to understand that both parties are the prize. Y'all, the prize is having a healthy fucking relationship, a healthy partnership with someone that you can see, live with day in, day out, and they don't disrupt the flow of you being a better person. They actually contribute to you being a better person.
And support your growth also.
Exactly. And that's another big thing. A lot of people don't support.
I can say that's another plus for us. I can actually say that with all the things I have going on, Justin definitely does a good job of supporting. Like, when we first talked about starting this show, Justin was like, well, see, what y'all gonna talk about? And what kind y'all gonna have guests on the show? Y'all gonna have male and female? Like, he had so many questions and ideas for us for the show. And I told him about it. He said, well, y'all got the logo yet? What it look like? Let me see it. You need some time to work? I be in the office and they're working. Oh, well, when y'all got to shoot, what's the goal for this? Like, he's in it. Yeah.
I love that.
Like, when I got to write, he'd be like, don't never force nothing because it's going to be half-assed and it's going to sound stupid. Not stupid. He'll find an eloquent way to put it. He don't like saying stupid because he feel like it'll dumb down. But, he'd be like, well, if you write this story, do you feel that way when you write this story? Like, is it your best, one of your best pieces? Excuse me. Do you feel good about this story? And I would be like, and he'd be like, well, just delete it. And then sometimes, he'd be in there because it's a couch in the office. So I'm sitting at the desk and he'll go lay on the couch and, he'll be like, okay, read it to me. And I'd be like, okay. And I gotta sit there out loud and read. Like, I read our stuff for the show to him. He's like, well, I like this part, but I think you should say. And, he was like, I hope you don't get offended because I said this.
Right.
And that's part of being a creator is, you ask for input. You can't get upset because said person that you asked gave you input. And I can say that about him. I don't get upset when he gives me input for ideas, not even for the show, but just in general for writing, for creating things. Oh, or like if I have to, I hate being on my phone all the time. I feel like because we have to constantly promote for the show. And, he don't never say nothing about me being on my phone a lot. I really be wanting to take a break. He be like, fuck that phone. And he don't even know what his phone at half the time.
No, I do not.
The phone be in the car sometime in the armrest. Yeah. And I be calling him because I need something. I be like, where the fuck is your phone? Oh, probably in the car.
Nigga, I could be dying. What the fuck?
Like, why don't you know where it's at?
But I think that's so important. The fact that, like you said, Justin supports you in everything that you do. And I think it's important to have someone that actually challenges you in your growth, because if you have a yes man, I feel like but you're not gonna go nowhere.
That's never a good situation.
It's never a good situation.
And I've been in a situation where, I had somebody that was like, oh, I was dating somebody, and he was like, and this was after we broke up. He was like, I gave you time to write. I was supportive of you. No, the fuck you wasn't. You was bothering me about other shit that didn't have nothing to do with stuff I had to write. I wasn't motivated. Justin, on the other hand,
motivates you.
Yeah, be on my ass. Like, he'd be like, man, if it wasn't for the pandemic, aka the parallelogram, and we could go places, I could get some inspo to, to not be as such have such bad writer's block as of late. But he makes me better. I'll say that. He's made me a better person. He don't see me as competition. And when people in relationships have healthy relationships where they don't see each other as dueling competition, it'll get better.
Amen. I love that. Is there anything else you want to, any more wisdom, Brother Justin, Brother J. Charles, that you want to give to the people out in the world?
For me, the most important thing is just being patient. I have to keep going back to that because I feel like the way we live now, patience is not something that people practice enough of on a daily basis.
Amen. That's true.
Now we live in like an instant society. Everything is so fast now. You can go right to your phone and get food to your house. You can go right to your phone and have clothes brought to your house.
Right.
There's not a button you could push on your phone to make the person you're in a relationship with act right.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that is there is some buttons on your phone you can push and go find somebody else to be in a relationship with. And I feel like that's also a part of the problem that's going on now with relationships.
Yes.
It's very, very easy to say, you know what, I'm not dealing with this no more.
Right.
Go hop on this app, this website.
Find somebody else.
Yeah.
I agree. Sister Dom, what you got for us?
I think me and Justin low-key running from our calling.
What's
that?
You being a pastor and me being a cousin first lady like your mom.
And this is the thing, I don't think
that was the calling.
No, but this is my thing. And I be trying to get her to understand this. I don't feel like when you say pastor, preacher, that's not something that's confined to being in a church.
Right.
We're having church right now.
Amen.
We're sitting amongst each other telling our truth. Telling the truth about our experiences and things we aspire to do and the things we would like to see other people aspire to do.
Amen.
Amen. That was a word right there. Yeah. We might need to put that on a shirt too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's buku gems that got dropped today.
For real.
Let's see. What do I have to say? In your relationship, as Justin said, and I keep this in mind a lot with us, there is an equal amount of give and take. You can't just keep taking, and then expect the person to keep giving, because they're going to get to hit a brick wall.
Right.
And they're going to be like, I can't keep doing this with you. I can't keep giving and not getting. And the giving is not being reciprocated. I can't do that. You're going to run into a brick wall, and that's going to be the end of that, and y'all going to end up fussing, and y'all going to end up broke up. And then the cycle just keeps continuing,
right,
until you fix that situation.
Amen.
It's a compromise.
Amen. I really feel like, first of all, I appreciate both of y'all. You know, I think it was very necessary to have a representation of a healthy relationship on the air, because bitch, TDB is single as fuck, okay? And I aspire to find a healthy relationship with someone, and I think a lot of the gems that were dropped today were necessary, not only for me but for everyone else out there that just listens, for those relationships, that unhealthy relationship that people are in. It gives them more of an insight of what they should be looking for. For single people that are looking to be in a relationship, it helps give them tools or give them a set standard of what to look for in a relationship. And those who probably just got out of a relationship, it probably gives them closure and understanding of why that said relationship didn't work. So,
oh yeah. On that note, don't rush into getting a new relationship either.
Oh
yeah, please learn how to be by yourself.
Take time off to decontaminate from the last relationship,
right?
If it was a toxic relationship, because all relationships don't end because it was toxic or bad. Sometimes it's time for you to move on from that person.
Yeah. Your season has ended with that person.
Because believe it or not, a lot of people shuffle through your life to teach you a lesson.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah.
And it's not always going to be good lessons either.
Hell no.
And that's yeah. But I think, like I said, we done dropped a whole lot of motherfucking gems tonight, y'all. And with that being said, make sure you pick up said gems, but leave the motherfucking crumbs on the floor. All right. We joke a lot, but we also left a lot of fucking nuggets for y'all to pick the fuck up. And on top of that, since we're about to close the show out, we want to thank everybody for listening to the show. We have finally reached 1,000 downloads, which it's only been 5 months. Whoa.
This nigga with the crowd noise. we really had 1,000 downloads.
Yes, and it's only been 5 months, so y'all have been showing up and showing out, and we appreciate y'all for real. Like, please continue to tell your friends, your family about the podcast. Continue to listen to us every week. Also, make sure you follow our social medias on Twitter and Instagram, RPB_podcast. Check out any articles and blog posts that we do on bootcrewmedia.com. That's KREWE, bootcrewmedia.com. What else? We have YouTube.
Check out the rest of the podcasts on the roster.
Yeah, we have a slew of other podcasts that are on the roster.
Yeah.
A lot for sports, a lot of other topics, and whatever might relate to you in your life. You might like it, you might love it. Hopefully you don't hate it. Make sure you also check out our YouTube, subscribe, like, share.
Yeah.
And then check out the website rpandandbpodcast.com. Also, y'all know we like the Joes. Hit us up on the social medias. Let us know what y'all feeling, how y'all thinking. Give us some of your tips, or tell us something about a relationship that maybe just didn't work for you, or maybe it did work out for you. Give us a little scoop. We like to hear, we like to know. And I think that's it. That's the show.
One last thing. Happy birthday to our favorite listener.
Yes, Jade. Happy birthday, girl.
Jade.
By the time this comes out, it's not gonna be your birthday anymore. But guess what? Happy birthday, bitch.
Yeah.
But all right, until next time, y'all, we will catch you for the next midweek Jokes. That's it. Peace.